Hey guys. Okay, so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I build my decks and show you how to make a powerful deck that can be just as powerful, even more powerful than my Pyro deck, for instance. Okay, so the website that I use that I duel on and stuff is www.duelingnetwork.com. Duelingnetwork.com, you can see it right here. It's a cool site, like you get rankings and stuff, like by wins and by ratings, and then you can see like where you are, or like all this other stuff. But like, okay, so what I'm gonna show you today is the deck constructor. Currently, I have 4 decks. My Acer deck, which is my most recent deck actually, I just built it. It's a 60 card deck that's completely focused on Odin, Thor, and Loki. And then I have like all of their little minions in here who help and get to them. And then I got that one awkward monster reborn at the end too. I also have my Darkness deck. This is only a 40 card deck, and it's focused on getting to Uriah, Lord of Searing Flames, and it's just like kind of a dirty deck. I mean, it's okay, but I don't really use it that much. And that's my Heretic Dragon deck, which you saw in my first video. And this is a good one because we got Watail Dragon. Everyone loves him, you know. Heretic Dragon New 8, Light Ray Daedalus. And then obviously the focus of this deck is usually to get to your most powerful card, which in my case is Heliopolis or Darkness Metal or Satek. And then there's my default deck, which we all know and love, my Pyromaniac deck, which can kill you one of 2 ways, which is either use my Volcanic Slicer and Solar Flare Dragon and my Gravity Binds to just kind of slowly burn you to death, or I can grab my Ancient Flame Veldeity, Uraquasis, and Fairy Dragon. Okay, so today we're going to build a new deck. And the way I always start with my new decks is I go to the Yugioh wiki. And then I search archetypes. Because in Yugioh, there's different types of archetypes, which allow you to do different things. Like, for instance, here we have a list of all the archetypes on the right. And so look, like Acer, that's one I showed you, the Acer deck. And then, like, if you've heard of the Go-Go-Go's, and then, like, the Nordic, the Ojama, that's an interesting one. Elemental Heroes, Heretic Dragons, tons and tons of different archetypes in here to choose from. So I usually choose one and then build a deck on it. So today, I think we're gonna look at some of them. Like, don't really have any. Let's look at Clear. See, yeah, that's something that was like in the anime or something. It's not a real archetype. Let's look at what is the ultimate gem god? Another anime thing. Who doesn't love penguins? Okay. So we're going to use the penguin archetype to create a deck. So, to name the deck, Penguin. Okay. Now, if you've ever played Yugioh, you've heard of Penguin Soldier. And it's of course going to be in a penguin deck. Did I spell penguin wrong? Okay. Penguin Soldier. Classic card. Flip. You can target 2 monsters on the field and return them to their hand. Let's look at the recommended cards for penguins. Bolt Penguin. That's an OCG card. Can't use it. Flying Penguin. Okay. A very rare penguin that takes to the air with ears shaped like wings. Why not? This will give us some level 4s to fight with along the way. Because of course there's a main goal. Now what I really want to do is find the most powerful of them. The Great Emperor Penguin, maybe? Nope, that's not the most powerful. Looking for the most powerful of them that will allow us to, that we want to use to destroy our enemy. Reza the Storm Monarch. Let's look at Gorz, the Emissary of Darkness. When you take damage from a card your opponent controls, you can special summon this card from your hand. You must control no cards to activate and resolve this effect. When special summoned this way, activate the appropriate effect based on the type of damage. And now this is another way to search for things we want. I just type in penguin and see what comes up. Never mind, we can use Bolt Penguin. I don't know why we would though. Well, why not? Okay. So, it looks like we ran into a little stump. We can't really find a trump card that will utilize the penguins. That will utilize them to do what we want. Okay, little penguin, this is great. You can use this to get a penguin soldier. It's helpful. Now, it's under penguin. Let's look for a monster with the water attribute. And these are aqua types. So let's look for aqua. And maybe it's a synchro monster. Okay, there are no monster synchro aqua water things. Okay, let's get rid of synchro. Whoa, okay, we got a lot of stuff. Let's make it greater than level 5. And this is a ritual. There's a ton of rituals here. Okay, this is good. You see all of these? They all are summoned with the same ritual. The Gishki ritual. Now that may look and seem like a lot. The reason that is because it is a lot. The reason I did that was so now I can look for Gishki. Look at this. Gishki Aqua Mirror. This card can be used to ritual summon any Gishki ritual monster. You must also tribute monsters from the field in your hands to a level equal. Okay. I will take that any day of the week. Okay, I'll take that too. These are some good cards, This card is used to summon any. You must also tribute based on just dealing so Okay, so now we have a basis. I think this, like all of these ritual monsters, will be great. So that when we fight, we just have those coming out of nowhere. And now, okay, so now we have to think. Where would this come from? Where would they come from? Where would how do we get these 9 cards? How do we get them? And to that is a simple answer. Okay, so of course we want. There's just some cards that I just always put in my deck. Acts of Despair. And then Mystical Space. Mystical Space. Those are some I always put in my deck because there's just no way I cannot. Now we have to fill it up with a ton of fluff monsters. We probably want enough to fill this line right here to make our deck 50. And let's look again at this recommended monsters. Rescue Rabbit. Ooh. Okay. Rescue Rabbit. I like that. Okay, it's not a spell. I can only have 2 of them. They're so good. Make this a little more organized. Okay. Now we're going to look for monsters under or equal to level 4. We're going to get them aqua and their type water. And of course there's a lot, but these are fluff monsters. This is a good one, Abyss Soldier. But 2 more probably. I like this card. Gishki Vanity. And now our deck is finished. But we're not going to call this Penguin anymore, because it's changed from that. It has now become Gishki.